Hello guys, welcome back to the Paranormal Review. I know it's been several months. I'm sorry for the break. I'm going to be doing more regular videos here on out. And today we got the Patterson Gimlin footage. I know this is the most famous footage that has been released, probably ever. I'm going to try to do this one just as I do every other video that I've done. And this is one of the videos where it really sparked the assumptions about Bigfoot, like how their arms move and all those things, okay? So when we talk about Bigfoot, this is a really good base to start with, and I'm going to kind of review some of those things. I have two videos. One is the actual footage, and then the second one is a stabilized version. So let's get with this one. The normal. All right, so here the video is very shaky. And you can kind of see the sasquatch or Bigfoot or whatever you want to call it walking over there. And this might just be my observation. Okay, see this little area that he's walking through? I don't know why the camera shakes so much. Please don't hate me, Bigfoot believers. I do believe this is probably the most legitimate Bigfoot footage out there, but that doesn't mean it doesn't deserve some criticism. Okay? If you're going to tell me that I'm an idiot just because I criticize something, please do it. I don't mind. But do you realize that my goal here is to analyze videos, not just say every Bigfoot video is real, because they're not. Okay? I do think it is kind of weird how much the camera shakes right here. I do realize that this is the first Bigfoot footage. I mean, people have talked about Bigfoots for hundreds of years, especially Native Americans. But this is the very first video that really sparked a widespread talk about Bigfoot. So these people had no idea when they saw this thing. They might have not even heard about Bigfoot at this point. Might have been just, what the crap is that, right? So it would have been even more scary. Nowadays, if you went out and saw a big hairy man, you'd go, oh, that's a Bigfoot, right? But back then, you had no idea what it was. There was no name for it. Unless you were a really, really hardcore researcher of Native Americans and knew that they talked about it and things like that. So let's continue. I just don't like how it shakes a lot right here. It's almost as if the Bigfoot's having trouble getting over some of the rocks over there, and they didn't want to ruin the shot of it. So they shake it around a little bit. Okay, now he's over those areas. Now we're back to this more stable footage. Unfortunately, the stabilized version doesn't really have too much video footage from right there. I really like how it turns and looks. The detail on this film isn't great, so you can't really zoom in and see much detail on the face anyways. But I do like how it turns around and looks back. Okay? A lot of hoaxes, they try to hide the features. They don't want people to see a mask, for example, so they don't look back. They just keep walking one direction or to the side, which would hide the profile of a fake mask. All right, so now let's go to the stabilized version. The one thing I did notice is it looks like kind of a little bit of a ruffle of fur. Now, one expert has many experts have reviewed this footage, but one of them has mentioned how this thing has such long arms and the stride and how it walks is impossible to line up with an actual human. Therefore, it's probably a Bigfoot or kind of an ape. Another person has said that it doesn't walk enough like an ape, so it's probably a human. And this goes back to my video about making assumptions about Bigfoot. How would an expert know what a Bigfoot actually does? Because no one's ever had a Bigfoot in the laboratory and been able to study exactly how they do act. So who's to say that Bigfoots walk like apes or if they walk like humans? Okay, I think Bigfoots walk like Bigfoots, and we don't know that yet. So let's continue. See there, it turns, looks, and snaps back around and keeps walking. There's the arm swing. You know, and not every hoax that you will ever see has the arm swing, right? I'm not saying this is fake. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people that try to do hoaxes try to mimic the Gimlin Patterson footage because it's the most realistic footage. Now, is it real? I don't know. But it's a very big creature. When it's moving, I don't see, even though there's a little fold, I don't see the like a costume moving. I don't see any like air in between. I don't see it flapping in the wind. It might just be a dark spot in the hide. You know, I don't expect an actual natural creature to be 100% uniform color either. You know, maybe they sit on a rock or brush against trees and that kind of scrapes some hair off right there. I do think this is legitimate Bigfoot footage. I'm just giving you a good review of what I could, with some criticisms that you could think. Like the arms being so long, there could be some extensions in those arms, you know, if it is a really good costume, like some people have said. But I do think this is legitimate Bigfoot footage. I think that the largeness of the creature, the largeness of its stride. You can watch, if you watch the stride, it's a very large stride. How it looks back slowly and then quickly turns its head and continues walking, almost as if to say, like, I don't care that you're there, but I'm big enough, but I know you're there, right? To kind of like say, I know you're there, but I'm not going to just run away. That's the only thing our observation is that it doesn't just start booking it. You see a lot of the videos where it's walking slowly, turns, and then all of a sudden it just books it, because that's human behavior. Human behavior is to walk slowly, and if you see something scary, what do? You run. But this Bigfoot just turns slowly and then continues walking. Turn, continues walking. I also like how it's kind of hunched over a little bit. It's not standing straight up. Right? I think most humans would say, I want to look as big as possible. And I'm not sure if this is an observation anyone else has made before, but you can see that it kind of has a little bit of like a tilt. Like, you can see the angle right there. It's hunched over just a little bit. Anyone I know who's ever done a hoax, or any all these videos that I've reviewed before, and I've seen that it's a hoax, like that I think is a hoax. You see that they're hunched over. They're not hunched over. They're standing up as tall as possible to make themselves look as big as possible. And because Bigfoots are supposed to be really tall and big, right? But however, in this case, it's like leaning forward. And if this person was trying to make a hoax, if they were standing up straight, I'm assuming that this Bigfoot creature's head could be about another, 3 or 4 inches taller, maybe even 5 inches taller. And I think that'd be more legitimate for a hoaxer to do than have this hunched over position. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and comment in the comment section, and let me know if you have any videos that you want me to review or cover, and I'll put those up as soon as possible. Thanks a lot.